see, music rose above. Hello there. How is your music today? I am here to encourage your music way. It's me, your songbird coach, Rosina, who has performed in 12 Broadway productions, 4 off-Broadway shows, 16 regional musical theater productions, 3 professional operas, 2 national tours, 3 European gospel tours, 17 symphonic concerts with multiple night engagements as a soloist with the most prestigious symphonies such as the San Francisco Symphony, New York Pops, Philly Pops, New York Philharmonic, Teatro di Massimo Symphony Orchestra, Teatro di Lirico Symphony Orchestra, and I gratefully continue to use my gift of song and teaching even now as the mother of 2 young children and wife. So join our music team by tapping the like, subscribe, share button and leaving a comment. Here we go. This is number 3 of my 12 Music Mind Power attributes to be disciplined. The power of right judgment and wisdom in music. Let's break down the words. The word right is used to refer to activities or actions that are considered to be morally good, correct as a fact, just, true, and acceptable. Judgment is defined as the process of forming an opinion or evaluation by discerning and comparing. Wisdom is defined as the ability to utilize knowledge, experience, understanding, common sense, and insight. The power that comes with right judgment and wisdom in music, and therefore your life, is the ability to come to a sensible, good conclusion for you. Now let's talk about perception. Perception is a way of regarding, understanding, or interpreting something. It is a mental impression. You have an idea, feeling, or opinion about something or someone, especially one formed without conscious thought or the basis of little evidence. You have impressions of other people and their music, your music, lifestyle, looks, sound, performance, and etc. Perception is the ability or the state of being or process of becoming aware of something through your senses. Your sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, proprioception, and vestibular senses are all a part of your perception. It is a good thing to use your senses while participating in practicing, listening, performing, or donating or purchasing music, but is just a portion of how you make your decisions. You cannot make your decisions totally on perceptions because your perceptions might be grounded in prejudice. Prejudice is a preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. Out of the billions of people on this earth, hundreds of countries and cultures, ethnicities, religions, languages, different music styles, and so on. In this universe, it is definite to say that people have different perceptions, and these opinions may foster thoughts of competition, comparison, lack and limitation, greed and superiority complexes. The judgment and expectations of family, in-laws, society, school, religion, nationality about your body shape, size, skin color, economic status, career, spouse, children, gender, intense emotions that stick to you like glue are shaping how you perceive yourself and thus your choices in music. You may start to rush to conclusions about your life and other people's lives, mostly because of what someone else has told you about what they think who you are and who other people are in music and in life. Perceptions from your prejudice may have your mind identifying in a negative, limited manner about music and where you fit into it and your heart's desire. There is a statue associated with justice. It shows a person with weight scales to represent impartiality and a sword to symbolize power. The symbol of justice is often portrayed with a blindfold. The blindfold is generally accepted today as a symbol of fairness. Right judgment and wisdom must not be disciplined to judge by appearances, but to judge with wisdom and intuition. Why? Because it must not look to circumstantial evidence for its decisions. If I had looked to the circumstantial evidence in my life, I could never have been open to the experience of life that I have had in music and continue to live and envision for my life in music. You must develop yourself to weigh the information that makes you think something is true but does not completely prove it. Case in point, I grew up hearing preachers say that we could only listen to and sing religious music if we wanted to please God. My mother and father did not believe this and made sure to tell me not to believe everything a preacher said, but to study for myself. Even so, as a young, impressionable singer that wanted to please God, the perceptions of those preachers brought me mental and emotional conflict because I loved Whitney Houston, Marian Anderson, Leontine Price, Celine Dion, Marilyn Horne, Lena Horne, Ella Fitzgerald, Jesse Norman, Mariah Carey, and many, many more musical icons. I loved musical theater, country, jazz, opera, gospel, classical, sacred, pop, R&B, blues, Celtic, light rock, as well as Christian contemporary. And if I had not gone with my gut and would have missed out on many wonderful people and music experiences I have had singing all of those styles of music. I have had glorious opportunities in the opera and classical world that helped to shape my music life. But there were conductors and teachers adamant that classical music was the only real music to sing. And last but not least, there are those that believe the color of my skin dictates which genres of music and character roles I should be considered for or will be accepted in. These perceptions were real burdens in my mind and actions in my career that thankfully did not stop my good once I made the decision not to believe them. Our minds have been taught and dictated by our society, family, religion, and education to be beholden to what they tell us to believe, but their belief is what they have engineered or experienced. Know thyself, and to thine own self be true. Music cannot be defined nor confined to the rules of people. Music is an energy, frequency, and vibration that we must tune into. We are to serve the good music that resonates within us, and that good music will serve us in an even greater capacity. Each person that chooses to use their gift in right judgment and wisdom will be rewarded with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Level out the mirror of your mind. You are not your mother or your car or your hometown. Pay attention to your thoughts that are around you, like the earth, the ocean, seasons, the animals, the vegetation, the sky, and become aware of the music of life. The purity of life, those people, places, things, senses, and music that bring you happiness, stillness, and sound. As a music artist, musician, music lover, and music supporter, trust your gut instincts and save your authenticity and uniqueness. You name your price of sacrifice for your musical endeavors before someone or a company or producer cuts your self-worth in half. Good music is meant to heal and bring freedom, not to divide and conquer. Once you have shed the perceptions and prejudice about yourself in music that do not serve you, it will be easier for you to get down to business, your own business. In order to have right judgment and wisdom, you must mind your own business. We as musicians, artists, music supporters, and music lovers at one time or another, consciously or unconsciously, put ourselves into a box and tell others to live in a box and allow other people to put us in a box. These boxes must be broken. You must step out of them. It does not matter what other people think about you. What other people think about you is none of your business. Not your teacher, your minister, your agent, your manager, your family, your in-laws, your friends, your children, nor your spouse. You are the one and only you. And what you think about yourself as an artist, musician, music lover, and music supporter is what matters. We are all unique for a reason. What you are called to do in music and in your life is for you and you only. If you don't do it, then who will? So do not compare your talent or timing to another person. You can see inspiration and motivation in others, but there is no competition. Don't let he, she, or it tell you anything different. This is not egotistical or uppity or aggressive or conceited. It is self-preservation. You will never be able to please everyone all the time, so don't even try. Don't drive yourself crazy trying to be something you are not. Therefore, focus on yourself and the morally good things you can do for yourself and your music. When you have decided and made clear the vision of what you look forward to experiencing from your music, who you want to be, what you desire to do and have in music, your path can then be directed by your clarity. And when you are clear, you are able to use your right judgment and wisdom to set clear boundaries to keep yourself rooted in your truth and stay disciplined to your goal. There is a price for every decision. There is a price for international fame. There is a price for being a public school music teacher. There is a price for joining the community choir. There is a price to buying a ticket to a live event. They are all worthy music actions. Each one has its triumphs and trials, but it is worth it to you. That's what matters. And if you see yourself in the correct, right, justly way and others in the correct, right, and justly way, wisdom will show up. Set boundaries about your time, the type of people you allow into your close circle, the places you go, the things you eat, the things you buy. I say this because just like you can't please everyone all of the time, you can't be everything at the same time. You can't be everywhere at the same time. You can't do everything at the same time. You have to prioritize your actions. I offer you these 7 questions to be a guide for your right judgment and wisdom. Am I healthy with this choice? Am I happy with this choice? Am I successful or closer to my goals with this choice? Am I able to love myself with this choice? Am I able to love others with this choice? Am I prospering financially, emotionally, mentally, or physically with this choice? Am I in divine self-awareness, understanding, and wisdom with this choice? No one and no thing can make you feel bad if you feel good about yourself. Your choices are your steps toward a life and lifestyle that you can be proud of without regret. You work on your craft, listen to the music, support the music because it is the right thing for you to do for you. Do not take critical advice from someone that isn't doing what you would like to do or doing. Do not judge your gift negatively. Too often you'll find unique, talented artists that will not share their gift because they don't think it is good enough. Your life is a never-ending learning discovery of yourself. Musicians, artists, singers, composers, patrons, producers, and so forth, they all come to their success in different ways. They are from all over the world, speak different languages, have different music styles and clothing styles and writing styles and so forth. The common denominator is that they knew and decided what they wanted out of life and stayed focused and consistent. And their success gives success to those around them. They chose to move past comfort zones in order to grow into their future. They saw what they saw for themselves and made preparation through right judgment and wisdom for them to do what they perceived themselves doing and made one choice after another choice from the opportunities that presented themselves or opportunities they made for themselves that were in line with their clear vision. It is a music mindset. Lastly, the tortoise is an animal that symbolizes justice. The fable of the tortoise and the hare in which the slow and steady tortoise wins the race against the faster but overconfident rabbit. Tortoises represent the slow and steady pace of justice. Practice, patience, dedication, study, consistency, and talent is needed to be anything worthwhile. There are certain steps that cannot be missed or deleted for prosperity in music. Your life, it is about recognizing your talents, doing the work, learning, practicing, studying, and then sharing what you have come to know. Your gift could have someone's life be brightened and saved, or a confirmation or inspiration to someone else's life. The secret to right judgment and wisdom is you. Think on what is yours to do and actually doing it. Take action. Sia, sia, sia. Music rose